Hi, my name is Seth. I'm a student at Gateway Community College. I'm the Vice President of Communications for our chapter of Phi Theta Kappa, and I spent a year working within our Wellness Center on behalf of AmeriCorps Vista to focus on, in part, stigmas surrounding student need. As students, every semester, we're meeting new people, learning new things, and dealing with new pressures and anxieties. We can end up feeling shame as we realize our needs are unique. Maybe you need more or different kinds of help to succeed in school in comparison to your friends and peers. And this shame only adds to the pressure to become a successful college student. And this is especially true at Gateway, where everyone is at different stages in their lives and balancing a lot outside of school. All of these new pressures and new needs call for new approaches to coping. But as students, do we understand how to ask for help and where to find it and why it's important to do so? This is where I think the Wellness Center really shines, as well as all of the support systems that Gateway has to offer. Mental health is health, and finding these new approaches to dealing with the pressures and anxieties that come with becoming a college student surround our mental health journeys. Personally, I believe that the Wellness Center's services really offer exactly what we need to be able to start our mental health journeys, as well as helping assure that we become successful students here at Gateway. So I'm a communications major here at Gateway. My overarching goal is to earn a bachelor's degree. The school that I go to will determine what that bachelor's degree will be in, but when I graduate from Gateway, I will have an associate's in communications. I actually found Gateway back in 2009 when I first graduated high school, back when it was over on Long Wharf. I was 17 and completely ill-prepared and uninterested in school. I was more interested in partying and having fun and all the things that teenagers are into. So I spent a few years in the workforce, and I got back into school, and I got myself into PTK, and I started generating some opportunities for myself. And luckily, because of PTK's help, I'm able to expand my opportunities on what schools I'm able to transfer to financially and academically.
Hi, my name is Victoria. I'm a sophomore here at Gateway. My major is liberal arts and sciences, and my long-term goal is to acquire a master's degree in public health with a concentration in U.S. health and justice from Yale. And I'm currently the executive vice president of Phi Theta Kappa, which is our honor society chapter here at Gateway. Although I've been struggling with my mental illnesses since I was a kid, because of the stigmas and societal norms that are placed around mental and emotional health, it really wasn't until I became a fully functioning adult that I started to understand and really accept these parts of myself. In particular, it wasn't until I enrolled here at Gateway Community College and accidentally ending up in LaSella's office of the Wellness Center, where I started to realize not just how badly I was actually struggling, but that I was deserving of help. I think I was existing in this place of denial for so long because on one hand, I was growing up with the majority of the people closest to me always passive-aggressively gaslighting me and invalidating my experiences by saying things like, "You're fine, you're just making it up, there's nothing wrong with you, you're making a big deal out of nothing." And then on the other hand, I had the rest of society saying, "Have you ever considered medication, Victoria? You need a thicker skin. You're too sensitive. You cry too much. There's something wrong with you." It took the counselors in the Wellness Center and through the FESP program who taught me about these stigmas for me to be able to understand how I wasn't treating myself like somebody that needed help, and how I was so unnecessarily mean and hard on myself all the time because I was completely and utterly fixated on this pain and hurt of being rejected and misunderstood by others, and I was failing to see that I was the worst culprit of that by not understanding myself. It's taken me about 2.5 years of therapy and counseling every week to understand and accept my diagnoses and know it to be true in my own heart that a chemical imbalance in my brain does not make me a bad person. Utilizing the resources here at school taught me that the real reason why my mental and emotional reactions from my issues and health concerns really make people uncomfortable because we're not taught to feel or that it's okay to react or show any kind of emotion because we're made to believe that it's a sign of weakness. And that just isn't true. If there's one thing I came here to say today, it's that soft is strong. Because the fact of the matter is, if more people had the ability to show emotion and empathy and kindness towards one another, we wouldn't be dealing with most of the issues that our society is struggling with. And we don't live in a society that values slowing down, understanding our traumas, or how a potentially harmful or toxic pattern that we may have been exposed to could be perpetuated onto other people who we love. It was leading this project this semester that really showed me just what kinds of legacies are built through stigma, especially reflecting on my own life. I am so grateful to all of the counselors and resources here at Gateway Community College. The care that I've received from Lacella, especially Dana, Sandy, Kentha, has honestly prevented me on numerous occasions from dropping out, and were some of the first times in my life that I experienced a genuine sense of support and community because I grew up in a very rough area and moved out at a young age. And when I joined the FESP program, it was a complete game changer for me. The FESP program helped me pay my rent at one point so that I could put money towards my debt and improve my credit score and have money for groceries and to catch up on utilities so that I didn't have to drop out that semester and I didn't need to cut back on my course load and take longer to complete my degree. I probably wouldn't be here right now filming this video if it wasn't for the FESP program and these counselors, and I hope that this video inspires you not only to explore these resources and support programs that are available here to you as a student, but that you also take some time to reflect on your personal, emotional, and mental health, because we're living through this pandemic and we're all in it together, and I know I'm not the only one struggling with it too.
Hi, my name is Ron Chomutz. I work in student accessibility services here at Gateway Community College, along with my colleague Samantha Murphy. We're located in South 202, and we work with students with any type of diagnosis or disability. Today, I wanted to talk a little bit about what services are available for students who have mental health issues or concerns. So basically what we do in our office is when a student would self-disclose that they have a mental illness or concerns about mental illness, we would require that individual to get documentation of disability. And typically they would get that from an outside clinician. Perhaps if they're recently out of high school, they may have their most recent psychological testing. And once they do have that, the student would sit down for an hour meeting with Samantha or I, and we would determine what would be the best academic adjustments for them here at the college level. Some typical academic adjustments for students with a diagnosis related to mental illness could be perhaps the ability to record a lecture, the ability to use some other form of note-taking assistance. Currently, we're using a program called Note Taker Express, where the course is recorded by the student and then uploaded to a offsite website. And within 48 hours, they'll have a transcription and notes of that course. So that is often very helpful for students if they're losing focus or attention or feeling a little preoccupied or depressed. All those things certainly impact a student in the classroom. Additionally, sometimes we'll talk to a student and say, hey, are you feeling comfortable in the classroom? Do you ever need to excuse yourself from the classroom if you're having an anxiety or a panic attack? And these things that we work on with students, we would put in an academic adjustment letter that's completely private that goes to the professor as well as the student, indicating what the academic adjustments are. And it's a course by course, semester by semester situation. And we really look at it carefully. So those are some academic adjustments for the classroom, but we also do some academic adjustments for students when they take quizzes or exams. Sometimes, again, students might lose focus or concentration or have racing thoughts, a variety of things that would come with a mental health diagnosis. So a common academic adjustment we do for testing and quizzes would be the ability to perhaps have extra time on an exam, or perhaps the ability to take that exam in a reduced distraction environment. But as things are online a lot this semester, we're seeing a lot of that extended time basically for the online exams. So again, it's course by course, semester by semester, dependent on each individual's needs at any given point. If students do require an outside referral, we're able to do that, and perhaps help within the building if there's any necessary other connections. So our office can be a liaison for any student with a diagnosis, but we want to make sure that we're certainly focusing on our students with a mental health disability during this difficult time.